EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call,
Present the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions. Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive.
180. Check pass. Check pass.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got his man on the out route. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes.
We are in the first quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Johnson. Johnson, oh, it's poked free. Football's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on third and 13. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Here's Stafford, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? Been a nice showing here in the first half for this defense. Will that trend continue? Time to find out. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete here. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing again on second and 10. Stafford complete to Jones. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you?
Time now to see what this defense can do. 2nd quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, that's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Throwing again is Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this 1st half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the 3rd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
That's it, baby.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play.
So we're in the 3rd quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stafford out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. What a game this has been. It's tied, 4th quarter. Here we go. This defense trying to keep it a tie ball game. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Stafford, screen play, Johnson. So we got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
What a game this has been. It's tied, 4th quarter. Here we go. This defense trying to keep it a tie ball game. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, but I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. Second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now it's Stafford. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it down.
Start of the drive here, fourth quarter, and this defense looking for a stop. Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Redskins touchdown.
Wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.